How do I find my ex's home? I need to serve paternity papers for the son she won't let me see. Oh, you need to file a paternity action. You file that paternity action, but how do you get it served if you don't know where that person is living? Well, first off, in Oklahoma, we've got a few different ways that you can serve someone. You can do it via process server, and that can be done by a professional process server, or you can use the county sheriff's office, pay them a fee, and then they already get that person served, and that is done in person. It doesn't have to be at the home. So if you know where they live, great. You can let the process server or the sheriff know where they're living. They can serve them at home, but they could also serve them at work or anywhere else you may know them to be. However, another option for getting somebody served for paternity papers or another civil action in the state of Oklahoma is by certified mail, return, receipt, restricted delivery is the way we want to do that. And in that case, you'd probably want to know their home address to get them served at their home address. So to address your question of how do you get the home address, I can tell you how we do it generally. We look at a skip trace service. So in our office, we've got access to certain services with databases that you can serve. So if they've got certain types of utilities and things in that address, that's reported and it's compiled in this database that we can get access to. And you may be able to get access to some of those just online search databases. Some of them are reserved for lawyers and other professionals or private investigators and things like that. So one that we use is Accurate, is one skip trace service we use. We have one other one that we use as well. So if we have a client, we need to find somebody, we run it through that skip trace service, search for addresses associated with that person, and then perhaps try to get them served at that address, whether that be through process server or certified mail. Additionally, if you're having problems, process server. Some of those process services have their own tools they can use to try to locate somebody. Some process servers are also private investigators, so they can add additional services to try to locate somebody. Or if they're not, try about hiring a private investigator. I'm sure they've got their own skip trace services and databases they can search, as well as using other means to try to locate somebody. The important thing to remember, though, in any civil case is that it's always possible to serve somebody one way or another. If you cannot track them down for personal service or service via certified mail, then you can show the court you've done due diligence, you've done everything you can practically do to try to locate them, and you still can't, and you can request permission from the court to do service by publication that publishes a certain number of times and durations in a legal newspaper in the county. So one way or another, you can always get service if you follow the appropriate steps, but as far as how to get an address, those are the things I recommend. Look at doing a skip trace search or hiring a process server or a private investigator. If you're dealing with a family law case in Oklahoma, though, you don't just want general information off the internet. You want to talk to an attorney privately and confidentially to receive legal advice.